everyone, and welcome to another weekly connection. So here we are, still in the house, because you know what? It's spring, and we can't tell what the weather is doing. So we're in here because the wind is our biggest obstacle out there. You know, it's up, it's down, it's backwards, it's sideways. We don't know what it's doing, but it's kind of relates to what we're talking about today. Today we have the honor of having three members of the Karmic Board here. So we have Lady Athena is leading this session, and Lady Portia, and of course Saint Germain and Lady Nada. Actually, that's four. So they are all part of the Karmic Board, and Saint Germain always jokes about how he loves to hang out with the ladies. So here we are, and of course we have our usual crew of Lord Mahay and Lord Katumi and Lord Lanto and everyone else. So here's what they wanted to talk about, because this is really a message from the Karmic Board for the planet Earth and what they want to convey to you today. They want you to know that changes have been made, and they cannot be undone. And this is really important, because you're going to see a lot of chaos. You're going to see a lot of things going on the planet right now, as we all know, but we also see the light coming through. But it's really important because it puts doubt in people's minds when we see war, as an example. That have we done anything? Is it working? The answer is yes, absolutely, it is working. And we are shifting that change. And in a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how we're getting rid of 3D karma, 3D character lessons. But that's a lot of what Lady Athena is saying cannot be undone. We cannot undo the changes, meaning that these changes of dismantling 3D karma character development aspects of ourselves cannot go back. You cannot go back to the 3D consciousness. Now, there are those, as we understand, that I call dastardly dudes, that are hanging on to that 3D paradigm, but it is a rotten tapestry. That the threads are all rotten and all gone. And they will not be remade, ever. Because Earth is the origin of what in the celestial realms we call the error, E-R-R-O-R, which would be better named the plan, but it was a mistake in the character, like in your 3D, my 3D makeup that makes us human, and it was also designed to change that structure in celestial beings, those that don't have life form, those that never had the choice of life forms before. So it opened up free will and choice to every type of being that exists, whether they are in physical form or in some kind of energetic form, all the way through the different layers and dimensions that there are. It actually started at the outermost highest levels and went down to 3D. 3D was the last. However, it's also the last to remove it, because it's also gone back. The error is dissolved to 20% everywhere except 3D Earth, because it began on Earth. So here, this is why being a light seed on the planet right now is so important, and why you wanted this job so much. So they want you to know that this 3D duality is dissolving and will not come back, cannot ever come back. We are finishing a journey, a very long, long journey. And the Earth essence, the mother of this planet, is here for the long haul of this. It has been the worst on planet Earth, which is why it's hard for you as a light seed to be on this planet of such heinous duality. It's very difficult to be here with these crazy guys. I mean, you know, the dastardly dudes are out in full force, And they want themselves to be seen more and more because they want to control. They're holding on, and they are so afraid. You have to understand how afraid they are right now, because their whole existence, their whole reality, everything they think that matters, that is true, is dissolving like dust in their hands. So they're going to try to hold on to the 3D world, and they cannot. And you cannot hold on to your 3D character aspects. They will also dissolve, the same as the dastardly dudes. You're not a dastardly dudes, I'm not saying that, but I am saying we all have character aspects. We all have stuff we are working on, as Lady Athena just said. If you are on planet Earth, you are not perfect, nor can you ever be perfect. That's not the goal. The goal, right? The goal is to be love, kindness, and compassion, and to dissolve all of your duality. You can be a light seed and be this close to perfect. That's what I say. I say I'm this close and that's good enough. Because nobody expects a 3D bodied person to be perfect. So please don't get mad at yourself when you fall into 3D, because you still will for a little while longer. There's still a few years that we have that we're dissolving this matrix. But it's coming undone so fast. It's astonishing me, really, quite frankly. It's so thrilling to see how it's working. And don't worry about those that don't make it, that don't seem to be able to have the ability to let go of their fear, to let go of the duality, to let go of this paradigm, that still are going to cling to the superficial aspects of 3D. 3D Earth worships money, right? Power. And that is dissolving. That will dissolve. Because in 5D, you don't need, it's actually totally contrary to the fifth dimensional energy and vibration. Because in 5D, we're all loving, kind, and compassionate. So it's not me, mine, I need more than you, I need to have more, I need more, I need more, I need more. That's 3D, because in 3D, you're never satisfied. The ego is never, ever satisfied in 3D. You have to go beyond that ego and come from the heart. You know, they say bring the mind, right? 16 inches down into the heart. So that you come from love and not from greed or fear or lack. There's no lack in 5D. So whatever it is that you need to work on yourself now that are part of those 3D characteristics within yourself, take it to mind and let's work on dissolving it. Let's understand that, okay, I came here for this. This is part of my stuff. I came here to be a light seed, but I also have my agenda. And there's nothing wrong with having my agenda. I want to be more and more light. The one thing that you crave more of that is a good thing is light. And we want to be more and more and more light. So we do our light techniques. We do what we need to bring ourselves vibrationally up, clearer and clearer, less and less 3D. And that's what your karmic board is working on with you now, steadfastly, day and night. So your dreams are going to be weird right now. Your dreams are going to be like old stuff that you thought, why am I thinking about that? That's so old, you know? I don't even care about that anymore, right? But the reason why it's coming up, and particularly in your sleep or in sort of a daydreamy state, is because you're taking that final goodbye. You're taking that final pluck out of your root DNA so that you don't carry it anymore. So when those things occur for you, don't get uptight about them. Just go, thank you, bye-bye. That's all you have to do. But you're going to find your mind reeling a little bit more. Those of you that meditate, you're going to have more and more of these thoughts in your meditation, and this is okay. Don't get into it. Don't let yourself go into the drama of the moment. Just let it go, because that is what we're dissolving right now. So it's a part of that ego mind also trying to stay in duality. So don't let it do it. Just move along. Move along. You know, it's just stuff. Did anyone notice I forgot to do this? Let's do it now before we meditate. Okay, there's the aura clearing. And here is the cosmic thrust, so we can come together in this meditation. And we'll rub our hands together, bring it through our energy field, cup your hands together, deep breath in. And that works to realign you, heaven and earth, and cross the bridge of dimensions between us. All right, so let's do it. Let's bring this light in and bring it from source and bring it all the way down through us and bring that young father energy, that honey-like energy coming down into your body, into your legs, out your feet, into the earth. And the mother grabs on your tether of light and says, welcome. And then you bring it around the grid and up the back. And this is the same tether of light that we use in some of my workshops in light connection. Because we're all connected on this tether of light. We want this light strong. You want that orbit strong coming through you, so that you don't get knocked off your keister, right? I always say I'm Bobo the Clown. You can knock me, you can sock me, but you can't knock me down. That's a light seed. You just bobble with whatever's going on. Move with it. And be sure that when you are doing that, you're not judging others, and you're not judging yourself most of all. Because it's very easy to fall back into that energy of I'm not good enough or blah, blah, blah. Remember, that's old. That no longer works. That recipe doesn't apply. So let's bring that light around and around and around. And then we bring it down and up the back of our head, through our spine, up back to source, and then out the water falling. So this golden light now is water falling and filling your entire aura. It feels good, and it feels safe, because it is safe, right? Because you can't hit this gold light and be a nasty dude. You can't wear this gold light and be nasty. You can't do it. Because that light is love. So we wear it so that we can share the love. And these changes are permanent. They will not go away. So how fast you want to shift this karma is up to you, because you have the opportunity to do it at warp speed right now. And this is where Saint Germain is so helpful, because he really helps you get through your garbage. Because you don't want to carry this anymore. It's not doing any good, you know? It's like a cord that doesn't lead anywhere. You have old mind programs that think it's still real, but it's not. So we keep doing that. We keep bringing that orbit around. And we keep waterfalling ourselves with this light so that we can be that cocoon of love. For ourselves first. You get the first and the biggest dose. You first. And if you're feeling cranky or judgmental or angry or fearful, make sure you bring that light in very, very strong, so that you just bubble like Bobo the Clown. But you never get knocked down. That's our job, to show others how to do this. So we bring that light in, and we radiate it out through the root aura. And in that root aura, all of this DNA, all of the stuff in that template, those old behaviors, all your past lives that you've had on a 3D planet, we don't care anymore. You don't have to work that off. How's that for a bonus round of being a human right now? Being a light seed, you are able to transcend this at no other time. We're in that window where it only happens, what, every 24,000 years? Yeah, what the heck? All right? So bring it in and radiate it through that root aura so that all of your old blankety blanks are gone. So you want to take every opportunity right now to dissolve as much of your karma as you can. And all you have to do is radiate love, kindness, and compassion. All you have to do is when you feel the fear or anger or whatever, that you fill it with light. You fill yourself with that light and you radiate it out. So that sacral aura now is full of love, kindness, and compassion, and not what so-and-so told you so. Whatever limited belief is there. Because remember, in 5D, we just know right action. No one has to tell you the right thing to do. You just know. And then in the solar plexus, we are now radiate love and not ego. Our ego radiates love is what's more accurate here. Your ego is still going to be there, but it's going to radiate the love, compassion, and kindness. And not anger or fear or greed or any of those negative things. Do you know there are more words for negative actions in our language than there are positive? Now what does that tell you? Something about 3D. So it's important that we bring all those positive words to the surface so that when these old thoughts come up, you can put a positive word in there. Think about how it changed you and how much you grew and how much you learned from that past event, and let it go. And in the heart, we radiate that love because that's who we are. We're light seeds and we radiate love. And in the throat, where all that we are in every expression that we have, even and especially our thoughts, it's love. And the third eye, where you have no doubt, this is a dandy fine time to be here on the planet because you are really, really working through so much right now. And we are thankful for you to be on this planet because every light is helping to show others the way to love. And as we dissolve this paradigm and we move into the fifth, where that duality no longer exists, we find a peaceful, loving planet. We find ourselves connected to the earth and to the mother. And that's how we express ourselves. And we have no doubt that this is going swimmingly well. It is. I know it doesn't always look that way, and I know there are hard things happening out there in the world. But know that it is part of that dissolving. It's part of that process. And wear your crown, big and strong, mighty. Bring it out through your telepathic notch and radiate it out into your aura, 18 inches, and just lots of that gold light for others to munch and crunch. They never come into your aura, remember. Your energy stays, your nervous system stays. They're out here, munching and crunching that light, and that's your job as the light seed. And you wear it strong, 24/7, and make sure you keep it up. If your shield goes down, you get cranky, So you need to up that shield more so that you can do your job. All right. So it's a wonderful time. It's a lot of work. I know that. It is a lot of work right now because there's a lot of disruption, a lot of chaos. But don't let that drag you down. And don't let that bring you into judgment because you're doing a fine job. All right. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Oh, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm forgetting to say that. And come visit me on chakralife.com. I have videos up there too. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.